So Fortnite today added the class selector UI device, and it basically lets you switch classes, but it also allows us to now fast travel to different locations. And I'll show you how to set this up and what I mean. So previously, if you wanted to travel to another location, you'd have to hit a trigger or use a remote control device or do something in the game. But now we can actually open up our menu, go over to locations, and pick a location and warp to it. It's that simple. And basically, all we're using is a few devices. So I'll show you how to set this up. So the first thing we'll obviously need is the class selector UI. I've gone and changed the label to custom label, location, and then plural locations. You could do level or levels. I put this to manual, but you could do either one. Set this to neither, that way your class is always switching instantly. That's what's going to trigger this teleportation. Okay, now we've got our class designers. You'll need one for each location you want to warp players to. And then you would name this whatever name of the location. So hub, class 1. My first level, mountain slopes, class 2. Second level, iceberg pass, class 3. And then the third device we need is the player counter. In the player counter, set this to do not compare. It's going to count class 1. Include spectators, no. Info panel off. And so this player counter is going to count everyone that's on class 1. And when a player gets added to this class, it's going to send a signal that'll teleport them to the teleporter that's located at that location. And I'll show you the teleporter in just a second. So duplicate this device. You've got now it's going to count class 2, and it's going to link to the teleporter that's on level 2. Sorry, it's going to link to the teleporter that's on level 1. And then class 3, link to the level 2 teleporter. And here we've got the teleporter. You don't really need to tweak these settings. It just needs to be linked. And with event binding, you could link it from over there. If you're using channels, just set it to be on the same channel as the channel that each one of these is sending to. So if this was like channel 1, this one would be the channel 1 teleporter, and then over here would be the channel 2 teleporter, somewhere over here. There we go. And I have a third teleporter set up somewhere, yep, right over here. So there's my 3 teleporters that I'm warping between. And then if we go back to start game, you can see it's saying the name I put in, locations, and then the different locations. One thing I should mention is that if you're using a vehicle, it's going to block the teleportation. Vehicles do that for some reason. So one way to work around this would be to use a health power-up that eliminates the player. So when you pick up the health, it damages you so much that you die. And then when you respawn, have spawn pads that are class specific. So basically when you click here, it would kill you and you'd respawn at a class specific player spawner. Hopefully that makes sense. And I believe that should work when you're on a vehicle. But yeah, that's it for this tutorial. Hopefully this was helpful. I think this is a pretty cool mechanic to have in your maps. And until next time, I'll catch you later.